Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back another video from Grimjack. I've literally just finished the first arc of Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was really cool. I've read the manga already, so, you know, one of those kind of know what happens, but it was cool to see it animated, and it was cool to see slight differences, things added, things changed, and, yeah, the pacing, I think, is fantastic as well. I love that they're doing 13-part cores and that. So, once I finish part 2, I'll check out the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War in a nutshell part 2. But seeing as we just finished part 1, we'll check out Bleach 1000-Year Blood War in a nutshell part 1. Makes sense? Let's do it.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite hollowed mask senpai, Grimjack.
Right, I'm an idiot. I don't think I've ever clocked on that it's a hollow mask, and he calls himself Grimjack, like Grimjow. I've been watching this guy. Oh my god.
Today, we'll be talking about the long-awaited anime return of one of the big three themselves, Bleach.
It's so good.
Turning last October, the series is currently airing the second core of the final arc of the anime, the 1000-Year Blood War arc. For those of you who haven't read the manga or watched the anime, know that it has nothing to do with my personal choice of beverage. So move your uncultured mouth away from the jug. Also, spoilers abound. You've been warned. The arc begins with two Soul Reapers, who don't matter, arrive in a Karakura town to fulfill their hollow slaying duties. Their first encounter goes pretty much how you'd expect.
Crap! I'm not even supposed to be here today! At least my partner's holding her own.
No, not really. Oh, no.
Oh, Soul King, I'm gonna die! There's so much I still wanted to do with
Soul King instead of God, rather.
my afterlife! Hang on, I'll transfer your call.
Fulfilling his main character quota, Ichigo saves them along with his friends. After taking the two Soul Reapers to his house to recover, some asshole in a white poncho shows up in Ichigo's room. Ivan here dirties up Ichigo's bed, prompting a Falco kick
Get off my bed!
out into the streets.
Never thought about that. Yeah, he's wearing his shoes on his bed. Like, come on.
Despite clearly being in a wrong car, Ivan claims to be a Quincy and taunts Ichigo to use his Bankai. Meanwhile, the Soul Society is receiving reports of a large number of hollows being completely eliminated and mysterious disappearance of Soul Society's Outer Rim residents.
Who could it be? What's going on?
Amongst the confusion, head captain Yamamoto is ambushed by the First Reich, who declares war on Soul Society and kills Yamamoto's vice captain Chojuro.
It's crazy how some of these people just go straight away.
Before escaping into the shadows. Before dying, Chojuro warns that the intruders have a frightening power.
Sir, I have bone-chilling news.
What is it, old friend?
They can... Bankai!
They can... Bankai?
They can cool Bankai!
What does that mean?
No, they can steal...
I cannot piece your cryptic dying words together, my old friend.
They're stealing our...
Shut the fuck up. I'll get my top researchers to decipher your garbled, incoherent ramblings. Now pass on to the next life, soldier.
Going back to our boy Ichigo, he finally plays along and uses his Bankai, much to Ivan's over delight. Yes, give me the Bankai. Ivan pulls out a medal and tries to steal Ichigo's Bankai, but through the
It don't work, bitch.
power of plot armor, Ivan fails and Ichigo wrecks his shit.
It actually makes sense later down the line, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Ivan is
It does seem like main character syndrome.
able to escape into the shadows, back to the Quincy's headquarters, the Vanden... The
Vandenreich.
The
Vandenreich?
Lederhosen... Okay.
Yeah, that's still German as well, love it.
There's a lot of German words in this arc, so don't expect me to get them all right. But I'll say this right. Okay. The Vandenreich. Yeah, got it.
Vandenreich.
Ivan returns with the Soul Society invaders, giving their reports to the head honcho, Yuha Bach. Or Yuha. This guy.
That
Yuha
guy
tells his
right
minions
there.
that he despises conflict. So to avoid it altogether, he naturally murders two of his own men. Cold-blooded murder is the way to go.
This is
am
why
I
we
right?
need you.
Your Highness, is it wise to keep killing your own warriors? That's the 6th time this week, and it's only Monday.
Nothing to...
That's the sixth time this week, and it's only Monday.
Fear, Hushwolf. Their sacrifices will be viewed as necessary for our goal of peace. So we're building peace through murder. I just want to get everything straight in my head about this plan. You know, I haven't disciplined anyone in about 30 seconds. Old Lefty and Smitey are feeling a bit rusty. That's what I call my hands, Hushwolf. Never mind, Your Highness. Your method is, without question, the most reasonable. Goddamn right, you Mulaflaga-looking ass.
As Soul Society
That's a Gundam pilot. That goes over my head.
holds a funeral for the dead vice captain, Ichigo is visited by his Arrancar friends, Nell and Pesce. Nell needs Ichigo's help saving her home of Hueco Mundo from invaders who have been kidnapping other Arrancars. The bastards even kidnapped one of the best waifus in the series!
How dare they do that to Halle Bell? How dare they?
Hurry, Bell! No! Damn them! Damn them all! Ichigo, being a Sigma male with a hero complex, naturally agrees to help and recruits his friends. Minus Uryu, who's too good to break the Quincy code and help a little friendly little hollow. You're gonna say no to this little hollow?
What a bitch.
Together with the help of the resident Candyman with a secret basement, Urahara, Ichigo and the gang makes it to Hueco Mundo. The group witnesses a legion of Quincy's imprisoning and executing Arrancars led by Kilgay Opie. Before Ichigo
Pretty lethal, like, it's pretty brutal, like, just, whoa.
can intervene, the three housewives of Hueco Mundo, the Tres Bestias, launch a counterattack.
All right, ladies, time to tear four eyes here in you assholes!
Never mind.
Never send a background character to do a main character's job. Orihime, hit the theme song.
I love what they've done with the soundtrack as well. I love how it's like recreations of previous tracks from the original anime. Like, even like the string versions of stuff going on, stuff that I'm noticing. It's brilliant.
You guys should have played your theme song. Oh, wait, you don't have one.
Burn!
Back to Soul Society, the captains have a meeting where Captain Yamamoto declares war on the enemy at hand. The Quincy's. Gasp! If
I
only I
know.
could have pieced that puzzle together
Who saw that coming?
quicker! Captain Mairi is also quick to get on the captain's case, pointing out that all this conflict is all his fault for not killing Yuha a thousand years ago. Personally, I agree. Yamamoto ignored the golden rule of double tapping. Things get worse when Yuha decides to invade Soul Society ahead of schedule, once he learned Ichigo is battling in the kitty litter world.
Well, it's actually meant to be triple tap. It's meant to be 2 to the chest, 1 to the face, but...
Ichigo is dominating his fight, forcing Opie to use the Quincy's ultimate form, false standing. In the middle of the fight, the Tres Bestias try to steal the spotlight by summoning their husband monster, Ayo.
Yeah.
However, Opie absorbs him through Reishi manipulation, making things a hell of a lot more difficult. Yeah, thanks, girls.
Yeah, nice one. Add to the problem.
Can you stop making things harder?
I mean, like, just the problem. You know, everything else is fine, girls.
Okay, thanks.
Consider it an honor to
Oh, I love the voice effect class.
be a part of me. You will be of far more use inside of me.
Phrasing!
I've transformed at least 3 times now. How the hell is he still winning?
Sorry, bud. You gotta have at least 5 boss transformations before you've got a shot at me.
Yep, it's Ichigo.
Don't look down on me, Soul Reaper. You shall quake before the awesome might of...
Yuha invades Soul Society with his army of Quincy captains,
even
known
get a
as
chance to say
Stern
his
Ridders. They absolutely murder all the mob Soul Reapers.
They really freaking do. What was it? They kill like 700 in a few minutes or something, or was it 1,000 in 7 minutes? Or god.
Killing over 1,000 in just the first 7 minutes.
There we go, right.
The first major loss comes with a Stern Ridder blows a hole through Vice Captain Izuru Kira's stomach.
My god.
Ouch. That's a lot of damage. As the Quincy's continue to spread chaos and destruction, like Black Friday shoppers at a Walmart, various captains and vice captains of Soul Society begin to square up against the Stern Ridders.
Oh my god.
The first matchups include Byakuya Kuchiki and Renji Abarai versus Stern Ridder F the Fear, as not,
So
and Stern
cool.
Ridder S the Superstar, Mask de Masculine. Sajin Komura versus Stern Ridder E the Explosion, Bambietta Bastard Bean. Toshiro Hitsugaya versus Stern Ritter I, the Iron, Kangdu. Soifong versus Stern Ritter K, BG9. Sunsui Kyoraku versus Stern Ritter N, Robert Accutrone. Before we continue, Professor Grimmy would like to give you, the viewer, a little information on the Stern Ritter. Just like alphabet soup, each Stern Ritter
As a letter,
is given a letter that gives them a specific power known as a shrift. Each shrift determines the nature of a Stern Ritter's power, ranging from all sorts of bull shrifts, like
It's a lot of bull shrifts.
blowing shit up and embodying the concept of fear. The more you know. Despite the ominous warning Tojiro gave, on his deathbed, Byakuya, Komamura, Hitsugaya, and Soifong decide to use their last resort. I told you all, whatever you do, don't release your tongue!
Who could have seen this coming? What's happening? I don't understand. Is he stealing my Bankai?
How? Why didn't anyone warn us of this?
Oh.
Why do you even have a chief science officer if you're not going to listen to them? Realizing the shit that they're in, Squad 12 attempts to contact Ichigo in Waco Mundo, whose Bankai can't be stolen through the Quincy Metal. When Opie lets his guard down by throwing a little hissy fit, Urahara 360 no-scopes his ass, passing Ichigo a phone connected to Squad 12, and then opening up our Garganta back to Soul Society.
Let's go save Soul Society, Ichigo, just like the good old days. Nothing could possibly go wrong once you get into this tunnel.
Seeing the opportunity, Ichigo swooshes on in there. On the way, Ichigo is explained how royally screwed
This guy's just sliding up.
Soul Society is without him. So just when the sad saps are getting hyped for the MC to arrive on the scene,
No.
Opie rises back from the dead and uses J Shrift, known as Gel, to trap Ichigo in a prison of light while in the Garganta. That's all on you, Urahara.
You could have just made sure.
I remember to double tap. Why is no one double tap? The connection with Ichigo is lost as Opie closes in on Urahara, Orihime, and Chad. But surprise body slice from a mysterious man who is totally not a former enemy.
It's totally Grimjack.
And Opie goes down. While all this is
I love how they're keeping that. Like, I can't remember how they did it in the manga, but I'm appreciating how they're doing it in the anime.
Going
I can't
on,
remember
you
because
ho-
I've only read the manga of Thousand Year Blood War once as it was coming out, so my memory is quite vague on that. Which I'm quite glad because I'm getting quite surprised by some things I'm seeing this. I'm remembering a lot of it, but like not every little detail.
on his second command, Yogram Hoshwalth are just chilling. That is until the badass eye patch wielding Kenpachi
Hell
Zaraki shows up with a pile of Stern Ritter bodies on his back. It's so fucking cool.
It is cool.
So awesome.
Hey, where do I get my punch card? I figured if I kill 3, I'd be able to get 1 free shot at the leader himself. Or at least a smoothie.
Surely you
Or at least a smoothie. I love it.
can't be serious.
I ain't gotten serious once in my whole life. And you bozos sure aren't going to be the first to change that. So which one of you's in charge? Papa Pachis are raring to go. Him! Fantastic!
Elsewhere, Vice
That's not quite how it goes, but okay.
Captain Hisagi is about to be finished off by Stern Ritter O, the Overkill. Thankfully, Captain Yamamoto intervenes.
And he absolutely just annihilates him. I love it.
It's revealed that O is the
I
one
should have done reactions to it really, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get through these and then for the Patreon page, when part 3 comes out, potentially, we'll see. I'm not trying to put too much on the Patreon page, and I was meant to be recording Dragon Ball episodes. I'm giving it a couple of days because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to cash in on the sadness that is the Dragon Ball community right now. Like I cried my eyes out when I found out what happened to Toriyama. So I don't want it to be like that, and then like people be like, even though I have already reacted to episode 1, I'm just giving it a few days to just kind of like, and then we'll get back into it.
who stole Tojiro's Bankai
But I am reacting to solo leveling every week, so you might not.
and uses it to attack Yamamoto. Cue the classic anime mid-fight flashback to how Yamamoto and Tojiro met, learning about the vow Tojiro made to always remain by Yamamoto's side and to be his right-hand man no matter what. That's a real W bro right there. The real bro. After a light show and some shit talk, An unfazed Yamamoto declares O's attack to be weak sauce.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you? It's so much stronger than that, I know. So, you're dead.
Old Yami expresses his final farewell to Sasakibe and bursts into the air, unleashing his spiritual pressure, making everyone realize shit is about to go down. This gives a much-needed confidence boost to the Soul
Morale
Reaper,
is just
who always
off now.
wanted to see an old man fly. Anyway, how's Kenpachi? I bet it's a heated battle that's shaking the whole Soul Society.
No, not quite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is also explained later on, but yeah.
Oh no. Kenny, get up. Kenny, please get up!
Hey, look! I think Kenny's okay.
Well, there's Yamamoto.
Yay.
Yeah, Yamamoto quickly arrives in the nick of time. Now we have a good old-fashioned boss versus boss standoff. Like an old divorced couple, a few words are said between the two, with only Yamamoto promising to annihilate Yuha. Before the fight even begins, 3 Stern Raiders pull a bitch move and try to jump Yamamoto.
Try killing all 3 of us, old man.
Okay.
No one can pull that up.
Well done, Shigekuni Yamamoto. I appreciate you firing up my army.
I'm the one who struck them, and even I find that to be in bad taste.
Bad taste? Like something burnt to a crisp?
God, this is so stupid, but awesome.
Quite the brutal comedian you've become, Yuha.
I had 900 years to think of that joke.
God.
90 to write it, and 9 to refine it.
And you got about 9 seconds to get off my goddamn property.
Yamamoto quickly uses his Bankai, Zanka no Tachi. While it may look like an old scorched sword, Yamamoto's Bankai allows him to concentrate all of his flames into the
the tip
blade
of his
at a
sword.
temperature over 15
Into the tip of the sword, not just the whole blade, the tip.
million degrees
tip.
Celsius.
Just the tip.
Yama even admits that he can barely control the heat, revealing that if he uses his Bankai for too long, both he and everything in Soul Society will turn to ash. After exchanging a few blows, Yama unleashes the 4 different techniques of his Bankai, based on the 4 cardinal directions: east,
Boom.
west, south, and north. So after shrugging off everything thrown at him, destroying all of Yuha's weapons and techniques, and unleashing his inner Alucard and Dio Brando,
That's brilliant. Yeah, it definitely has, yeah.
Yama begins to taunt Yuha and how useless his efforts are in harming him. He even points out how Yuha hasn't tried to steal his Bankai, deducing that Yuha is unable to because he hasn't seen its full power. The final blow is dealt, almost slicing the Quincy King in half.
But twist.
Please. Please. Begging for mercy after killing so many of my men? Pathetic.
Please, delete my browser history. Master Yuha!
That's not my name, that's your name. Unless that's... not your name, which would mean that you're not Yuha. And that would be very bad for me. Thank goodness that's not the case.
Psych! Turns out there's an imposter among us.
My
Apparently,
God.
Yamamoto was fighting a Stern Ritter who was able to copy everything about Yuha. After Yamamoto realizes the trick, an explosion occurs at the Squad 1 building, and the real Yuha appears. After praising the imposter for sacrificing himself, Yuha blasts the shit out of him. Can somebody say Boss of the Year? Yuha reveals that he went to see Sosuke Aizen.
Which is so cool. I really hope they do more with Aizen in this. I really do. Like, show us his Bankai. Just do everything everyone wants, and everyone's gonna watch it. It's gonna be so hype. Like,
You know, the guy, the main bad guy from the previous giant-ass arc?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Sosuke Aizen, who was imprisoned underneath the Squad 1 building, aiming to recruit him.
Sosuke Aizen, join my army and fulfill your dream of ruling by my side.
I'm sorry, but if I wanted to play second fiddle, I'd join Velvet Underground.
I don't understand what you're referencing.
I'm telling you to get the fuck out of here before I undo these straps and beat you to death with them.
Next time,
what? I think I've missed a... But Velvet Underground, I recognize the name from somewhere. But, wait. Let me just... What? Velvet Underground. And he said second fiddle. And I don't understand. They're a band. They're a band. We don't have time. We don't have time.
Just say no and save me the time.
Sorry, that's really funny for reasons you'll find out later.
Yama tries to reactivate his Bankai, but it's immediately stolen by Yuha, who corrects Yamamoto, saying that he was the only one strong enough to steal it. Yama still tries to fight, but is swiftly bisected by Yuha. Man, what is with these people and their fetishes of splitting people in half? Stop watching those lumberjack videos on TikTok, Kubo! Stop it! As the victorious villain, Yuha begins his required monologue, criticizing Yamamoto's decision. He even claims that Yama became weak because the old man got too soft after his old criminal days with the original Gotei 13. He disintegrates Yamamoto's body and commands the Stern Raiders to, quote, violate Soul Society. Thankfully, he meant that in the destroying sense, and not the redo the healer version. Thank God. Quincy's soldiers begin to flood into Soul Society and overwhelm the Soul Reapers by...
Such overkill, man. It's insane. They've killed so many already. How is there so many Quincy's, man?
their sheer numbers. Before planning to fall back and wait for the arrival of the mysterious Zero Division, Yuha is surprised by an explosion in the sky.
Kurosaki, you made it just in time to see everyone die.
It's true. Yeah.
Oh, a new challenger? Let me introduce myself. I'm Shaz Domino, and my power out of my blade!
Ichigo speaks to Byakuya to reassure him about Rukia and Renji's conditions. Then my man Byakuya pours his heart out to Ichigo, begging him to protect Soul Society as his quote-unquote dying wish. Ichigo, he protects Chris.
Which I'll mention in a bit. That I think they changed something with how they approached what happens next, but I'm not sure.
Saki is on the case. Ichigo swiftly arrives in front of Yuha, demanding to know if he's responsible for the destruction of Soul Society. Yuha's "bitch I might be" response immediately enrages Ichigo, who throws a Getsuga Tensho on the get-go. This attack is super not effective, as Yuha proceeds to slam Ichigo into the ground and stab him in the neck. Seemingly assured of his victory, Yuha orders Haschwalth to take Ichigo to their castle, but is surprised to see his blade barely penetrates Ichigo's skin. Ichigo's using Blue Vein?
Oh my god, why? What's happening?
A Quincy technique? Oh, just added to Ichigo's ever-growing list of powers, I guess. What's next? Nen? Haki? Cell's ability to devour a twink and double his power?
My god!
Only time will tell. Yuha shrugs off his counter.
Oh wait, I'm noticing the time here. This isn't going to cover the whole part. Oh. The 2 parts that he's done cover part 1. Oh!
And states that he's made a mistake sending a pure Quincy, Opie, to stop Ichigo. Apparently, being caught in the gel exposed Ichigo to Quincy Reishi, which caused an awakening in Ichigo's power. After heavily implying Ichigo has Quincy powers, Yuha wonders how much Ichigo actually knows about his own mother. Insecure about his major mommy issues, Ichigo is caught off guard and demands answers. Yuha ignores the demands and tries to capture him. But time is up when a shadow leads him back to the Vandenreich. The Quincy's are unable to stay outside of the Schattenbereich.
We can check out part 2 at some point this week.
Or Shadow Realm any longer and must return.
Impossible! I should have more time to complete the mission. When did I?
This is gonna be so funny when he finds out.
No time. Right, so it wasn't a Velvet Underground. I was trying to find lyrics, and I was like, oh, okay.
Bastard! Manipulated my perception of time. Always 2 steps ahead. Wait, what's this sticky note attached to me? Curse you, Aizen!
Ichigo tries to stop the enemy, but is stopped dead by Haschwalth, who cuts his Bankai in half. Damn. I'm too shocked to even make a penis joke about that. Yuha escapes,
My God.
stating his intentions to take back Ichigo, his son born in the darkness. And that's the end of part 1 of our coverage on Bleach's 1000-year Blood War arc. Things aren't looking too good for Ichigo and Soul Society. Pretty somber cliffhanger we left you at. But we won't leave you out to dry. If you want to see part 2 and more of Bleach's Anime Return, you got your Professor Grimmy here to guide you. So stay tuned and see you next time.
Right, I thought this was going to cover the whole first core, which is kind of why I binged it, but at the same time, I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed it, but I was expecting to be able to... So, okay.
After exchanging a few blowjobs, I'm glad we could come to understand each other. You, huh? Yes, funny. This old man learns he can come once more. It's taken me 900 years to perfect this form and 9 seconds to finish.
That's amazing. Oh my god. Brilliant. Again, the structure's fantastic for these animated nutshell videos from Group Jack's Boss. So that's cool. So I'll check out part 2 at some point this week. That's class. Because then, so that was 1 to 7. So I imagine the next one is 7 to 13. So 13 episodes. Amazing. Thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video and want to be able to watch patron-only reactions, such as the original Dragon Ball series and solo leveling, links in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. Thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. I'll see you guys all next time.